But it's only just begun. By visiting this page, you have decided to play a game. In order to survive, you must save as I save. In turn, you will receive a clue to your salvation. Make your choice.
Yep, we're back again with another marvelous show brought to you by Axel. Man, I swear there's so many dumb people out here in this industry, and they just publicly put out their bad activities. If they're not putting it out, it's 100% documented. And I hope everyone pays attention to this episode because there's a lot of information in here. I'm going to cover a carrier that is sort of special, along with a special Facebook group with some knuckleheads. So I hope you enjoy the show. I really do. I know a lot of people have been asking for certain things in this show, so let's get to it. So we're going to cover these three clowns. They're running a Facebook group called The Union. We got Mo, Larry, and Curly, the three stooges of the Union. I'd like to send them a little quote. One man alone can be pretty dumb sometimes, but for real bona fide stupidity, there ain't nothing can beat teamwork. And boy, you three are doing a hell of a good job with your teamwork of stupidity. So, Mo, Curly, and Larry here. I guess they don't pay attention to any of my episodes. They even started a corporation now for their Facebook adventures, I like to call it. It's kind of funny because they've been running that Facebook group for a while, but just last month, they decided to start a corporation. So, I hope they're going to be paying taxes on that corporation because you know who's going to be watching. But the bozos, I guess they don't watch my show, they put a virtual address for all three of them for this business that they're relating to transportation. Okay, so everyone remember that. Now, I made my own quote. An idiot babbles, a wise man schools. Axel, 2023. Because you have the one stooge. Do you know that Axel guy personally, or do you talk to him? Somebody responds, this is a Facebook messaging. No, what you know about him is he owns a expediting company, has been in this business for a long, long time. He is very outspoken. I have just seen his vids. Yes, I am very outspoken. No shame in the game. Transparent as hell. And then Jacob goes to put, this is Jacob Davis, one of the union founders. He states he's spreading false information about me. Well, Jacob, let's see what kind of false information I'm spreading, because in this episode, I have a lot of information. So, and it's all from your word of mouth. Somebody sent me a little note here on my email. Hello, sir. And I get a lot of these. Trust me, a lot of them, especially about that group. Hello, sir. I watch your YouTube, but I'm going to send you info on this Jacob Davis kid that made the group The Union. Let's just say I used to be his friend. He came to me for info on expediting business. I have major years in the business. Let's say over 25 years. This is a guy that's saying he's got 25 years. It was about 4 to 5 months ago before he made that stupid Facebook group. He was messaging me daily to help him learn. Suddenly, this young kid with about a year or so in this business knows it all. These kids say they are making a load board and going to change the way expediting business works. The funny thing is, me and a friend were talking, and he was saying there's something up with this Jacob guy. He's making money off these people somehow. Lo and behold, he is now doing consulting. with new guys coming into this business, teaching them about the business. All the F can somebody with 1 year, maybe a little over a year, doing expediting, teach somebody about this business and charge them? Let me tell you something else. This kid could not even finance his van on his own. He had to have his girlfriend co-sign for him so he could buy one. Oh, isn't that sweet? I'm going to be sending you screenshots of things that are really fishy that he is posting in that group. Supposedly, he's in cahoots with some brokers now. That's the part I'm very interested in. I think some of these brokers might be people that you already know about. You never know. So, somebody asked him on his TikTok, hey, or stated, hey, love the vids. Are you running under your authority? He responds, no, I run under multiple carriers' authority. So, it's got no MC authority. I believe not one of the three stooges from the union group have any MC authority. And as far as I know, 2, maybe 3 of them running multi-carrier. Okay, next. We have here keyword comprehension. So he had a post in his group. How can I get loads from a brokerage or a direct broker? This is comprehension 101, I guess. The difference between a brokerage and a direct broker. I've never heard of some crazy ass nonsense in my life. Let's debunk the meaning between both terms so you guys can fully grasp the comprehension between both. Oh, really? Oh, really, Professor? And he puts, direct broker is a very strong relationship between carrier/broker. Oh, God. It's almost equivalent to a friendship that is founded on trust, loyalty, work, ethic, and reliability. With a relationship like this, expect to be the first one to get a call/text about a load before it gets emailed to all the other reliable carriers inside their internal system. Or before, this people drive me crazy with their spelling and their punctuation. It really drives me bananas. Okay, or before the load even hits a load board. Asking others for their direct broker sources is seemingly pointless. This development can take months of talking and building a foundation of trust. Then he has brokerage. This is a way almost everyone can get loads. A brokerage is an operations team of other brokers/agents. Well, isn't that a direct broker? Isn't broker and brokerage the same? It's basically the same. They're operating underneath one authority. They will post their loads usually on their internal boards or send out email blasts to carriers that are in the system. Anyone can get a brokerage load. No, not anyone can get a brokerage load. If you want to get loads from a brokerage, you need to be able to meet their requirements, blah, blah, blah. It went on. It was just a bunch of nonsense. I don't got time to read all that. Great. But key word here, comprehension. Obviously, comprehension here is a very poor area for him. So we have here another post where he's talking to a known expediter, many years in the business, with his authority. So Mr. Davis says to Mr. Paxton, Alan Paxton, incorrect, Alan. What you failed to conspire is that you took my words and delivered it with false context. Shippers will not give me a load. That's why I would source loads through the brokerages. Wait a minute. You have no authority, but you're saying you're sourcing loads through the brokerages. That's interesting. That I work with. Oh, you're working with them with no authority. Interesting. And no, I don't want a finder's fee. Ask the few direct shippers that I promote for if I ever charge them a dime. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have authority. How could you charge a shipper a penny? This is not the appropriate time or place to be arguing. It lacks true professionalism. What I will not do is allow you to taunt my name because your envy and jealousy. You can speak directly to me if you need anything answered. And then he goes on to state to Mr. Paxton, All of my direct brokers seen that post. So, direct shippers, direct brokers, no authority. What's going on here? Because I'm telling you now, if I find out any brokers are giving somebody loads and they don't have authority, there's going to be a big issue. Big one. I promise. Next. He goes on. He's got another post. In life, I've never been a guy to ask for help. I usually try to do everything by myself or find out my own resources. But an idea came to my head. Oh, he's brainstorming now. If I were to find a group of individuals, he means dummies, that are business-minded and are willing to send out emails with me to small businesses, we might be able to target more reach and possibly land more nationwide contracts. Again, no authority, talking about emailing small businesses so they can target and possibly land more nationwide contracts. Explain to me how that legally works. Explain, because I don't know. I must be dumb or something. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to pay anyone, but what I can offer is to make selling points a lot easier. We have a 22,000 member community with cargo/Brinter vans to handle any transportation needs. And we've already debunked that. There is not 22,000 cargo/Brinter van people in that group. To handling transportation needs. We have trustworthy brokerages. Really? That's when I say the American word bullshit. To help assist with brokering if the shipper wants more security. We have warehouse storage facilities. Oh, really? We don't even have authority, but now we got storage facilities and growing our operations. We have freight forwarders. Oh, now we got freight forwarders. Ooh, this is getting deep. This is deep shit. In return, if you land a contract, you'll have first dibs on work and also earn a percent, a commission. Right now, we want the union network to unify. We want to increase rates for everyone. We want to leave more room for the owner-operators. No, what you want to do is lead people down a very, very bad and illegal path. That's what you want to do. As a whole entire community, we can build a book of business. Oh, book of business. No carrier authority, no broker authority. They want to build a book of business. Oh, interesting. I hope brokers are listening to this one. Take notes. If not, you can always replay it later. And we can have all of our communication through Discord. Oh, you want to keep it secretive now through Discord. Oh. Would anyone like to represent the union and help us grow along with our alliances? Let me just get to the next slide. So, this union network group with the three stooges, they have a carrier list, their alliance. It's very interesting who they have on this list. And I'm going to make sure they all get a copy of this video. And they better think very carefully about what they're doing, because I can almost guarantee that each one of these people in this list will probably get their own episode. So the first one on this list, who's been around for a while, it's very interesting because in the contact with that little red arrow, it says union at 10pointexpedite.com. So maybe 10 Point can explain to me how their carrier authority is connected with the union, okay? Because they're just kids with driver's license, okay? But what you're saying here is you're recognizing them. I'm just pointing it out. It's right there in black and white. I didn't make it up. This is what the union's posting. Okay, they got two more on there. East Coast Transport. I haven't even checked them out yet, but I'll be doing a deep dive. Spoke Logistics, I checked a little bit, no biggie. Now, today's Huckleberry, who we're going to be really focusing on a little bit later in the show, is Jasna Express Inc. Even their contact says Jasna Express Union at Outlook.com. So, they're on the list as being part of their alliance of the union, a carrier authority. And let me tell you, I've uncovered and investigated them thoroughly. And what I have found is going to rock your socks. Okay? Let's finish up here. Nicola, I got some stuff on them. Don't worry, Nicola. You're going to get a show too. Next. Now, Frazier and Sons. We got a lot of stuff on you. That's what I'm going to say right now. We got a lot of stuff on you. And now another one here that's very interesting is On Time Express. Really, On Time Express. So you and 10 Point, who've been around for a little bit, you're dealing with this group of kids, these idiots that are making these statements that I'm going over? Really? That's interesting. Okay. Just want to make it clear. You got anything? You want to reach out to me? You want to clear your name? Maybe you're not aware of what's going on? Let me know. Email is right in the About section on my channel page. Plus, you can probably ask anybody. All right, next. Now, Mr. Davis here. Definitely an Einstein. He has another post. If I'm not loaded, I'm networking. If I'm loaded, I'm still networking. Oh, he's networking. No authority, but he's networking. Keep in mind, most businesses or resources usually are open until 5 p.m., and weekends may seem impossible. There's nothing stopping you all from expanding your operations. Keep reaching out and searching for whatever you're trying to accomplish. This is a section that gets interesting. If you guys, meaning the drivers he's talking to in his group, get in contact with any shippers or large-scale operations, please contact me. Why? And why would you tell these drivers if they get in contact with shippers or large-scale operations, please contact you? Really? We have honest brokers, freight forwarders, trusted carriers we can source to our alliance. Hey, you guys are all out on Front Street now. You can thank Jacob. Thank him. Thank his two sidekicks, too. Thank them all. The end goal is uniting as getting our hands on as much as we can to better the market. You could use us as a selling point that you have access to a surplus amount of owner-operators. You heard that, brokers. You heard that. Okay? I'm just posting what he's putting. To me, looks like a lot of back soliciting going on. That's what it looks like to me. Next. Now, the opportunists, they're, try to form partnerships with OTR solutions. Don't worry, we're going to be all over that stuff too. But I want everyone to keep in mind, they got no legal authority, no MC authority, okay? But now they're teaming up with a collection agency. I don't know who's writing this stuff. They must be uneducated and dumb. Either they wrote it or this collection people wrote it, but let me just read you the first line here. If you're owed past due money from carrier, dispatcher, broker, or were a victim of double brokered load, didn't get paid TANU or detention. This also doesn't even pertain to the transportation industry. If you're owed money, you have a chance to get paid. They will fight for you at no cost. If they win, they collect 25% of the total ticket. Oh, it's a ticket. But what's more interesting is the stupidity in the beginning line. If you're owed past due money from carrier, dispatcher, broker. Dispatchers are not allowed to handle the money. So if any of you drivers are expecting a dispatcher or dispatch company be paying you, something illegal is going on. Okay? But I'm Axel. I'm not educated, I guess. But these guys are educated. And this is the crap they're posting. Bunch of dumb rocks. Now they got their two Marquee Insurance Group. I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole nother shebang with insurance. Next slide. So, Mr. Davis, I like to call him baby boy face. These are some comments he sent to me, okay? You wouldn't believe it. First one, I have come down to your emotional levels, my emotional levels, due to all the estrogen you eat to make some common sense to you. In a criminal courtroom, I'm going to still knock your ass out and happily take the charge. In my defense, you spread nothing but lies and a bully that has been harassing me for over a month now. Me, bully. Lies? Me? Yeah, really. If you spread truth, I would have been, you know, what? You're right, Axel. And I'm so sorry. I apologize. No, but since it's all bullshit and lies, it's the only reason why I would be aggressive. Oh, really? Got another line there. Jason, I can't wait to sleep the shit out of you. Really? Babyface is going to sleep me. Interesting. I tell him, you are causing me duress, and you need to stop calling, texting, and harassing me. This is your last warning. Because, see, I've never called him. I only respond to his texts, so I've never initiated any text. I don't email this bozo idiot. But he wants to continue, and I save everything. Phone records, texts, everything. It's all saved. And here's the screenshots. Man, please put a order protection on me so your dumb, supposed to be ass, can stop mentioning me in your videos. Hey, Bozo the Clown, welcome to America. You're going to have to kill me to make me stop. He says, kill him. Really? I bully bullies, he states. Really? Attacked a young newbie beginner for something nothing out to you, you shameless piece of shit. Hey, you know, the younger generation, they're getting dumber and dumber. Really. This is unbelievable. You know what? Here you go.
Emotional damage.
Let's just get to the next slide. So, this is where we all have these kids get aboard. All aboard, kiddos. Oh, look. Forgot to put the screen in there. Can you believe it? Let me put you guys a little background in there. Let me see. Let's put this one in there. How about that one? Boop. There we go. Quick and easy. So, all aboard, kiddos. The Union Short Bus Back to School Special. Even though it's summertime. All right, let's get to the next slide here. So, now we're going to start the main part of the show. This Jasna Galijevic, okay? She's the owner of Jasna Express. She posts, looking for an Illinois driver for a Ford Transit 250. 50-50 split. Must be willing to go all 48. Weekends off. Really? Midwest owner-operators going to all 48 also welcome. Must fit 3 pallets. 85% of gross weekly settlements. Cargo liability insurance available if you do not have your own. PM me for details. If I don't answer right away, please be patient. This guy over here puts 50-50. She says, I can give you 30% if you rather prefer that. Oh, she wants to be smarty pants. Oh, okay. And he responds, how about 60-40? That's fair. Dave, you're right. Next slide. So she puts, wow, she put, wow, awesome. I would have never thought of that. Thank you so much. Smarty pants again. You know, at least you're going to be smarty pants. You should be smarty pants when shit isn't looking good on you. And he puts industry minimum. And of course, you got right there. And she puts this. Does 90% dispatch fee work? Yeah, because we know that's what you're doing. You're just a dispatch service. She's got their Jasna Express Union at Outlook.com. Well, Jasna, it's your lucky day. You're on the Axel Show. Welcome. Next slide. So, let's see here. Said the PM, they were talking about this. She said to PM her private message. This guy goes on. That usually means it's a scam. Is this a scam? And Mike says, no, it's not. She puts, ha, 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 like a scammer would admit if something was a scam. No, you definitely wouldn't. Then Mr. Matteo Tabor on the right side there where that red dot is, he says, definitely not a scam. So you're supporting this carrier, this girl. Okay, we just want to make sure. And then Chiante Book says it's verified, no scam. Oh, really? You're going to tell Mr. Sousa there that you verify it's no scam. Well, Axel, he got more info. Next slide. So you're looking for a sprinter driver for Fortran 250 plus owner ops? She puts correct. And then Mr. Davis chimes in. Why would this be a scam? She's staff. Oh, she's staff. Staff of your union group too, huh? Oh, interesting. Chiante tells Jacob, how can I assist with bringing jobs to the East Coast? And Mr. Jacob responds, give me some time. I have to write up a detailed prompt to the tasks we will be doing. He tells Jacob, okay, keep me posted. And then Mateo chimes in with his little blue light. Legit. Yeah, illegit maybe. Fraud, scammers. Anything out in Ohio like this? Help me, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, anyone? You know, these are all the drivers responding. So these people are influencing these new drivers. Okay. Contact Jasna. Jacob says contact Jasna. Okay. So, Jasna Express, donkey of the day. Welcome. So this is where everyone's going to have to start paying attention. Now, they're showing 15 power units, 15 drivers, 141,000 and their MCS 150 for 2022. They put the form May 8th of 23. Their authority granted October 30th, 2020. Let me tell you something. Don't always believe what you first see. So Jasna Express, I'm going on to the bottom little clip there. Effective January 4th, 2023, their insurance. Okay. Next slide. Now, when we get into the insurance part, you know, usually you got to start from the bottom, the oldest date. You'll see canceled, replaced, and then you see here name changed. Over there, name changed. See over there, name changed. That's where it gets interesting. Is that date right there, February 13th, 2023. Next slide. So this is probably maybe a month or two. I screenshotted this another time, their authority, where it showed 7 power units, 7 drivers. Okay, where they did an MCS then also January 29th. So they did one in January and then they did one in February. So in January, they did it for 7 units, 7 drivers, 1 mile. Getting interesting. So basically in 3 months, 2 MCS filings. It's interesting. What's going on here? There's a lot of stuff that's starting to look strange, and it gets stranger. So Jasna, working out of her apartment, okay, she's running this big bad carrier authority, supposedly 15 units now, out of an apartment, okay? Now, on the right there, you see the corporation filings. The corporation for Jasna Express, the date of incorporation is showing the 20th of October, 2021. 20th of October, 2021. You guys paying attention to these dates? Next slide. So they got their little website here, okay, with pink. You know. I mean, it's supposed to be for business, and it's got a pink website. Let me take this off here. Let me do this here. Okay, so the dedicated Expedite. You'll see on the right there's a van. It's got a magnet on it, and I'm going to get to that. I got a close up. It's got all this here, local pickup, long distance expedite. On the left here in this, we got another van with another sticker or magnet. Different symbols. You're going to go here. Expediter you can trust. This is when I like to say bullshit. I'm going to go up here. What was it? After hours, email. They got the numbers and everything. Why you didn't put your apartment number in here, Jasna? You should put your apartment number in there if you're going to put the address. There was another. Oh, here, contact. Let's get you moving. Jasna Express. Blah, blah, blah. There was another picture here. Services. Maybe it was over here. Look. You even got a picture of like a big dispatch center. Oh, really? That's a big apartment you got. How do you fit all them people in there? Really? This is like false advertising. That's what we call this. False advertising. It's unbelievable. You know? Put together a website. Lie to people. Mislead people. Let's get to the next slide. So, let me get this off the screen over here. I got something else on my screen here. I need to get it off. Let me switch my profile here. Default profile. I'm going to switch this over here. Profile, default. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't want to change. There we go. Okay. So, Jasna Express here is on SYLECTUS. Okay. Underneath the little caution there, I put the incorporation date, October of 2021. You see that? And then I have the screenshot where it shows their authority was granted October 30th, 2020. So, you got your authority before you got your corporation. Is that right? Interesting. Interesting. Well, don't worry. Axel dug to find out what's really going on. Let's get to the next slide here. So, Miss Jasna Safik. This is from her LinkedIn profile. You're busted, okay? It's gonna get hot. So, if you look on the left there, she's the president of Jasna Express Inc. December 22, blah blah blah. Present 7 months. Prior to that, 1 year 4 months, she's saying Lena Express, accounting manager, Sprinter Van division director. Remember that. Accounting manager. Accounting manager. Okay? Sprinter Van division director, Lena Express. But accounting manager. Interesting. Woo-wee. And this is when it happens. Lena Express morphed to Jasna Express. Interesting, isn't it? Well, it's going to get way more interesting. So here's the FMCSA info here where it shows Lena Express. You'll see some address changes. Lena Express. And on the bottom, it turned into Jasna Express. But on the very top, you see Jasna Express. And it gets worse, guys. So we had this Lena Express. It was an Instagram. Account is private now, but they had an Instagram. Lena Express is founded on the core principle of the 3 S of success: safety, security, and stability. It doesn't look like you guys were too stable or successful, okay? Because what's coming up next is really crazy. So Lena Express, obviously not in good standing. Corporation is done data. The name on that company at the time was Aldijana Miljkovic. I believe that's how you pronounce it. She's an interesting person too. So, Lena Express went through bankruptcy court. Everyone paying attention? Bankruptcy court. Okay? So here, bankruptcy dates. It was actually filed February 19th, 2023. This year. February 19th, 2023. Just finished June 1st, 2023, this month. Then, those are the two red arrows. Then right underneath where it says last file, it says asset. No. It's getting interesting. So, here's the dates of when it all transpired. Started February 19th, finished June 1st. But in section 8 here, I'd like to read this to you. Chapter 7, Trustees Report of No Distribution. I, Karen R. Goodman, Esquire, having been appointed trustee of the estate of the above-named debtors, report that I have neither received any property nor paid any money on account of this estate, that I have made a diligent inquiry into the financial affairs of the debtor or debtors and the location of the property belonging to the estate, and that there is no property available for distribution from the estate over and above that exempted by law. Pursuant to Fed Regulation Bank P 5009, I hereby certify that the estate of the above-named debtor or debtors has been fully administered. I request that I be discharged from any further duties as trustee. Key information about this case as reported in schedules filed by the debtor or debtors or otherwise found in this case record. This case was pending for 3 months. Assets abandoned without deducting any secured claims. $901,000. Assets exempt, not available, claims scheduled. $2,304,299. Claims asserted. Not applicable, claims scheduled to be discharged without payment, without deducting the value of collateral or debts accepted from discharge, $2,304,299. Filed by trustee Karen R. Goodman, Esquire. Blah, blah, blah. So, you have one person with a corporation, with an authority, okay, filing bankruptcy. But prior to filing the bankruptcy, another corporation had been started, which actually became Jasna Express. You guys paying attention? So this Edgina was interesting. There was a court case where, I'm not going to get into the whole thing. It had to deal with, I don't know, she worked in a medical facility or something. There was something with, I jumped ahead. So, woman in trucking names Aljana Milkovic, January member of the month. This was January of last year, okay? The Women in Trucking Association has named her as its January 2022 member of the month. She is the owner of Lena Express, Inc., a woman-owned small business certified truck company located in the Chicago area. Working as a receptionist for a trucking company with no experience or knowledge of the industry, she quickly moved up the corporate ladder. This is what we like to say, bunch of bullshit. Becoming a recruiter, a dispatcher, an accounting manager. Oh, and she was an accounting manager. And then an operations manager. Through this process, she realized her love for the industry and discovered her passion. Eager to explore this newfound passion, she bought a truck and became an owner-operator as a side job. She hired her first team of drivers, and she continued working as an operations manager. After 5 years, that side business had grown to include 8 trucks and a team of drivers. My boss wasn't happy with my side growth and constantly reminded me it's a man's world. At the same time, I was managing his 75 trucks and my 8 trucks with no problem. Really, no problem, she said. After 8 years of working for the same company, she said she felt underappreciated and put down by its leadership. So she parted ways with the company and obtained her own authority. I'm proud I got my WOSB certificate and am now running my own company under my own authority. Hey, someone needs to go take that certificate back. She does not deserve crap. Okay. She has now been in the trucking industry for nearly a decade. She says her goal is to empower other women and make sure they know that they can do anything regardless what others might say. Hey, ladies, whatever you do, don't follow in her footsteps because, trust me, woo. Anyways, then this is where we get to. She had a case back in 2014. It was strange, man. Like, she was suing some anesthesiologist. She worked as a medical assistant for a defendant university anesthesiologist. When she was fired for not promptly and properly reporting that a vial of Demerol was missing from the locked narcotics cabinet. Then she goes on to say that she was claiming like a discrimination stuff, you know. I believe she might be Bosnian or Serbian, and it involves Croatians. And I'm not going to get it all into that history stuff. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. But I just thought it was like, what kind of people are getting in the industry, you know, missing drugs, you know, and then you, I don't get it, you know, and bankruptcy and lying to courts and hiding assets and, man. So as you can see here, so they shared the same MC number. And a lot of people don't know, you can buy an MC number. You cannot get the DOT number, as far as I know. I believe if you sell it with the corporation, you may be able to get the DOT number. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on it. But I know the MC you can get. So that's what happened. Lena Express going through bankruptcy, but somehow transferred it to Jasna. So Jasna is kind of Lena. Whether it's the same person, maybe they're lying about names now, maybe it's a sister or a cousin, I don't know. But this needs to be taken very seriously, okay? Because this company is on that union list where there's a lot of new drivers. In my opinion, because Lena Express supposedly said no assets and blah, blah, I believe this Jasna Express is working as a dispatch company out of an apartment for God knows how many drivers that are oblivious to what's going on. And I hope you brokers are paying attention, okay? Axel, he puts in a lot of effort, a lot of time. I'm doing the digging for you guys. So, Jasna Express. It said here, in business since 2022. We found that as false, okay? Because the incorporation date says October 20th, 2021. The authority granted October 2020. Nothing matches here because it revolved around what was going on with the bankruptcy from them transferring it from Lena to Jasna, and God knows what they were hiding or keeping from the courts or keeping from the bankruptcy, okay? So, one, Lena Express. They are incorporated May of 2014. Then this is like the timeline. Then number 2 over there, Jasna Express, you see incorporation, Wednesday, 20 October 2021. Step 3, we got this bankruptcy that was occurring this past year. And you see, it was filed February 19th, 2023. When you jump over to number 4 over there, that's when you see that part where I brought up earlier about the name change. Because just a few days later, the insurance was changed. Name changed. Okay? So we got the red dots next to the incorporation date and the authority date because, I don't know. I believe you're supposed to get a corporation before you start getting authorities and all this, but I believe this corporation was maybe something else before. I didn't want to send for the whole report. It's like $25. I probably could have found some more crazy stuff that this corporation probably belonged to something else before. But just to show you guys what's going on. But I search Miss Jasna Sefik, and man, I swear the smoke and mirrors and the fraudsters, man. Jasna Express, okay? similarly named officers. Well, see, Jasna Sefik also used to have this JS Freight Solutions, which was dissolved about 7 years ago. So I'm starting to wonder here, like, are people even, are these real people? Are these real names? Because I don't know. There's companies and corporations and stuff is switching around, and this has got to stop. It's really got to stop what's going on, okay? So, JS Freight Solutions was dissolved, involuntary dissolution on Friday, 12 October 2018. You see down there, the agent, Jasna Sefik. So she had involuntary dissolution from JS Freight Solutions, okay? But now she's the owner of Jasna Express, which was Lena Express. This is bonkers as hell, people. Bonkers as hell. Jasna Express, hiring Sprinter van owner-operators, 85% of gross, no forced dispatch, weekly settlements, 100% transparency on rates. We also offer cargo liability if you do not have your own. I call this bullshit. Requirements, clean driving record for the past 3 years. I don't know why she's asking for a clean record, because your freight transportation authority, it's not clean. It's as dirty as a dump. Dirty as a dump. So, that's the Expedited Trucking News Exposed podcast of the day. Brokers, please. Hey, all the guys working with me, man, we gained 2 more, actually. I appreciate it. You guys, you give me a lot of good info and a lot of way I can back check some resources and stuff and some docs of what's going on. And like I said, I keep your names hush-hush. Unless you want me to advertise for you, Axel can advertise for you on the channel. He likes good guys. Anything's possible. Brokers, you gotta start working with each other. I think there is more going on. I have more. Some of you have given me more. Like I haven't even put it out yet, but it's gonna come out. But I think you guys need to communicate a little more amongst each other and help clean up this nonsense, because what I see is a lot of dangerous stuff going on. Not only to your brokerages, but to new drivers and the carriers. And, this nonsense I showed, you might have to go back and watch it. I tried to go through it a little smooth and nice and easy, but sometimes you might have to go back and just look at the slides. But this is crazy. And come on, guys, we got to do something about it. I don't care. I might be here one day and gone the next. If you guys don't, do your part, I'm one guy, okay? I'm going to do a lot, though, trust me. I got the platform. I'm putting it out there, and, a lot of drivers are starting to talk. Some other drivers have been reaching out to me, and I've gotten a lot of thanks. And I'd also like to say I really appreciate what one broker sent me. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. And I use that for some new gear. But I appreciate that, and I appreciate the letter you sent me. That was very nice. I appreciate it. So, broker, carrier, driver, warning. The Union Facebook group, True Crime. Drivers, you need to deal with people that are established with good intentions, okay, with experience. Or you can go over to this group. 3 kids just got off the school bus and haven't learned anything about life yet. They're involved in what I believe illegal activities because they don't know the laws or the FMCSA regulations. Okay? And the last thing you want to do, especially you new drivers, is to drag yourself into some nonsense and tarnish your name or tarnish a newer authority that you may have for their stupidity, okay? Because the thing about smart people is that they seem like crazy people to dumb people. Stephen Hawking. So you might think I'm the crazy guy, But what's really going on in that group and with the people involved with them is really crazy. So let's all try to help each other, do it the right way. Like I said, if you're a newer driver or you're one of those lost drivers, the only group I'm going to recommend, because I know there's a lot of old school, true OG expediters in that group, is Transportation Life, Wheels, Wings, and Rudders. That's run by the Paxtons. And there's some good people over there, a couple knuckleheads too. But majority, they've been around, okay? And they're going to try to steer you in the right direction. But back soliciting, double brokering, reaching out and trying to negotiate freight with shippers and all this other nonsense, you don't have authority, guys, run away before you get caught up in some bad stuff. But anyways, I'm Axel. Till the next one. And I hope it was a good show for you guys. So I got to get some work done. I got a load to go do. I'll see you guys soon.